Hello, and thank you for joining us today. I'm Austin Snodgrass, and you are watching Mocs Talk. Mocs Talk broadcasts once a week to bring you up to date on the latest news and upcoming events around FSC and Lakeland. Here are the top stories for today. For the 6th consecutive year, Florida Southern has been named to the President's Higher Education Community Service Honor Roll. FSC was one of 700 colleges nationwide and only 23 in Florida to be named to the honor roll. Colleges on the list demonstrate a commitment to community service and service learning. This weekend marks Florida Southern's final Scholars Weekend of the semester. This is the last opportunity for newly admitted students to spend 2 days on campus and get a taste of life at FSC. Contact the admissions office if you would like to receive an invitation. Florida Southern is also giving transfer students an inside look at life at FSC. Their special program on March 13th is designed to address the needs and concerns of transfer students coming to Florida Southern. Check-in begins at 5:30 in the admissions office, and the session starts at 6 p.m. Visit the Florida Southern website to sign up. The First Tee has been an important part of the Lakeland community since 2005. In addition to teaching young people the game of golf, the program also gives back to the community in a variety of ways. Olivia DeArmond has more on the First Tee's adaptive program.
Every Wednesday night, the YMCA's golf course becomes an educational outlet. It's known as the Adaptive Program. Here, intellectually disabled individuals team up with mentors to learn life's fundamental skills through the game of golf.
A friend of mine had a son with Down syndrome, and another friend of mine retired from the LPGA. And they said, wow, wouldn't it be great if we can find other people with this need? And we thought, well, yeah, let's do it.
Courtesy, mannerisms, along with basic golf etiquette are just a few of the skill sets emphasized each week.
Chipping, putting, long ball hitting. Besides golf, the most important thing we teach are life skills, etiquette, as our most important thing is socialization also.
Many parents say the program has helped their child improve in both their swing and social interactions.
It gives Anthony a chance to succeed in something all by himself.
Today I was working with Marshall, mainly helping him to have fun, getting used to hitting the ball, doing the swing, posture.
I like playing golf, I like hanging out with the kids. I have learned how to shake with hand eye contact. Don't walk in front of a person when they're hitting. I just have too much fun.
Anyone interested in volunteering, just visit thefirstteelakeland.org for more information. For the Southern News Network, I'm Olivia DeArmond.
The Math Club is hosting a 3.14-mile pie run around Lake Hollingsworth next week. The run will take place on March 14th. You can register to run every day until the 14th, and there is a registration fee of $15. Sign-in for the race will begin at 5 o'clock, and the race will take place from 6 to 7:30. To register, or for more information, contact Dr. Sean Hedman. The Student Government Association is hosting a campus-wide community service project at the Society at St. Andrew. The event is open to all students, and free dinner will be provided to all that attend. The project is scheduled for March 14th from 3 to 7 p.m. The Lakeland Community Theater recently had their second run of the musical Always, Patsy Cline. The show features the friendship between the country legend and her #1 fan, Louise Seeger. The show was originally at the Community Theater last year, but after popular demand, it was brought back for another one-weekend run. Here are some highlights from the show.
Howdy, everybody! Welcome to the Grand Ole Opry. Patsy made it really big, but her family and everything, it really kept her grounded. She never had a big star kind of attitude. Every night with a brand new day.
I think what's so special about Patsy Cline is really the fact that so many people relate to her, not just as an artist, but also as a woman.
She set the road, the way for other women in country music to follow. All those women actually look to her as kind of an iconic mentor. Christy's performance and Holly's performance were so excellent, and the band sounded so excellent that we needed to do it again.
I think because it was such a magical experience, people have been asking for it so much that we decided to bring it back for another weekend. So we're putting it back up in a week.
Well, it wasn't too bad because I still remembered so much of the script. Started reviewing all those lines and, you know, it came right back pretty easily.
I've kind of kept it fresh in my mind. I haven't really kind of put it on the shelf because I knew we were going to do it again.
Come see Patsy Cline.
We loved it. We saw this last year and it was such a great performance. We decided to come back again this year. Christy and Holly are excellent performers and the band was excellent as well.
I'm a fan of Patsy Cline, and she was just totally awesome. I don't think Patsy could have done as good of a job as she did.
The Lakeland Community Theater is constantly working and producing new shows. Be sure to catch their upcoming production, Hello, Dolly, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through March 17th. For more information, visit www.lakelandcommunitytheater.com. Registration is now open for summer classes at FSC. With over 70 courses to choose from, the summer program allows you to choose courses specifically tailored to your interests. Current students can register for classes online through the portal. Summer A courses begin on May 1st. Florida Southern's baseball team is taking on the Detroit Tigers on Wednesday, March 13th. The game has been a tradition for both teams during the spring. The matchup begins at 1:05 at Joker Marchant Stadium. And now here's Victoria Guerin with more on this week in Florida Southern sports.
Hello Mock fans, and welcome to another edition of Southern Sports. As we come back from spring break, our men's and women's swim teams head to the national championship, and our men's basketball team start play in the Sunshine State Conference Tournament. Let's get you caught up on the past week's action. Coming out of the St. Leo Invitational, winning 3 out of 4 games, our softball team swept Eckerd College in 3 games on the road. Our men's baseball team suffered a tough loss against St. Leo and looked to rebound against Eckerd on March 8th. Our men's basketball team finished off the regular season with a pair of wins, defeating Tampa on the road and taking down Rollins at home on senior night. The men will begin their quest for back-to-back conference championships on March 8th when they face Barry University for their first game in the conference tournament. The men's lacrosse team won their second game of the season on the road in North Carolina by defeating Wingate. Before coming home, the men faced Belmont Abbey and suffered a close loss in snowy conditions. Our women's basketball team suffered a hard loss on senior night, losing to Rollins. They entered the Sunshine State Conference Tournament on March 6th, looking to take down 8th-seeded Barry University. After rallying back from a 7-point deficit at halftime, the Lady Mocs were unable to hold the lead and fell short to the Buccaneers 44-50. The women's lacrosse team was in action on March 6th. Tony D'Angelo has more.
The Lady Mocs hosted 13th-ranked Gannon on March 6th, beating them 18-10 at Bryant Stadium. Caitlin Chase broke the team record, notching 12 total points, 6 in each half. Katie Hammerer made 5 crucial saves and caused 3 turnovers in goal. The team looks to keep their momentum going on March 9th against Regis.
With a win tonight, the Lady Mocs improved to 4-1 and look forward to facing Regis on Saturday. For Southern Sports, I'm Tony D'Angelo.
Over spring break, our women's golf team placed 6th in the Peggy Kirk Bell Invitational in Orlando. Also in competition was our men's and women's track team, who traveled to Jacksonville to compete in the UNF Spring Break Invitational. Their distance runners competed in the 5,000-meter race and had 4 top 10 finishers in this event. They look forward to the USF Invitational on March 8th. Be sure to go out and support all of your Moccasin athletic teams and follow us on Twitter at FSC Sports. For Southern Sports, I'm David Tomczynski.
The musical group Carmen is coming to Florida Southern. The group will be performing on George's Green at 6 p.m. on Friday. The show is free to all students. Also on Friday, Florida Southern's jazz band will be performing in Branscombe Auditorium. The event starts at 7:30 and is a part of the Festival of Fine Arts. And now, here's Maggie Sutton with this week's Go Healthy FSC segment.
Hello and welcome to Go Healthy FSC. I'm Maggie Sutton. We'll keep you updated on fitness tips, healthy eating, and college life. Overconsumption of sodium can lead to high blood pressure, which can then lead to an increased risk of heart attack or stroke. Katie Becker has more on 6 salty foods that will surprise you.
The Salty 6, according to the American Heart Association, are 6 foods with excess salt that people consume on a daily basis.
Pizza and breads and poultry. The majority of salt or sodium in our diet in this country today comes from processed foods. And many of our foods that we consume are processed. The cold cuts, which are on your Salty 6, you know, that's a type of a processed foods. Research has shown that an average consumption is about 3,500 milligrams of sodium per day. The 2010 U.S. Dietary Guidelines, they recommend for most Americans about 2,300 milligrams per day. And just to give you some perspective, 1 teaspoon of salt is about 2,300 milligrams of sodium.
With high amounts of daily sodium consumption, health risks are a major issue.
People that consume a lot of sodium in their diet puts them at a higher risk for having high blood pressure, which of course is a leading cause of heart attack and stroke, and both of those being number 1 and number 3 deaths, top deaths in our country. So, you know, people that consume a lot of salt in their diet, they're putting themselves at risk for developing these different disease entities.
For more information on the Salty 6, visit www.webmd.com/diet/news/salty6foods. Well, that's it for today's show. I'm Maggie Sutton. Like us on Facebook and stay healthy, FSC.
And that's our show for today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Snodgrass. We hope to see you right back here next week.